Dirty Blue, what's
Hello
up?
from the wasteland.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. What it be, what it is.
What it be,
Humans.
what it is. I'm here with Joe Blue, Jim Dick, and the newest member of Dirty Blue. I've already forgot your name, dude. I'm so sorry. What is your name?
Noah.
Noah. Noah's the
Call him
drummer for
Squintin.
Dirty Blue
Squintin.
now.
Yeah.
We call him Squintin.
Squintin. Awesome.
He
We're
always
here
be
without
squinting.
Turbo tonight, unfortunately. He
Oh.
couldn't get a hold of his laptop. His dad is using his laptop right now, so that sucks. But next time we do a podcast with you guys, Turbo will be with us, and it'll be in person this next time.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, conflicting schedules fucking didn't work out this time, but next time it'll be in person and fucking awesome. I mean, this one will be great too, though.
So we
It'll be
can actually like use sailor words on here if we can.
Use what
Like
words?
cussing and whatnot.
Sailor?
Oh,
Sailor words.
sailor words. Yeah,
Like,
dude. Say whatever you
cussing
want.
like a sailor.
This is gonna go on YouTube. Fuck, fuckity, fuck. Like they
Uh,
can't pull us. I mean, they could. They could pull us if you guys use like music that's not ours.
Right.
Yeah. I saw that. I wasn't sure for a while what that meant, but I think we're okay here at the office with everything on that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you guys are live from the office. All of you guys. Yeah. Why
yeah,
don't you,
actually, yeah.
Tell everybody what the office is, man.
Oh man,
It's
it's
a little umbrella, little hub.
very much so. It's just a place for someone who wants to like have an opportunity in music to either do a live stream, to record, to just practice even, just have a place to play. And with the COVID going on, we have it set up to where it's COVID friendly. I don't want to tear all my camera stuff down, but we're separated from the control room and to the studio. So, wear your mask whenever around, but when it's time for to play or practice or whatever, you're just do whatever you want. We're not in there.
Hell yeah.
It's kind of nice.
So you
And
guys
we got
are.
Mr. Jim over here, who will sit back here and like record everything and do his whatnots.
My whatnots.
His whatnots. I don't know what you do. Like that's why you do it.
Dude, I mean, every studio's got to have a wizard behind the console,
But I'm not a wizard.
He is a wizard. He just won't accept it.
No, I'm a
Man.
wizard.
So you guys are a studio and a rehearsal space, right? Studio, rehearsal space, and venue. I mean, we've played shows at the office before, and
Yes. Currently not an actual venue right now.
Yeah, with
yeah,
the
because of COVID.
Right.
But
Waiting
you
to.
guys are doing, like monthly live stream shows, right?
Right.
Awesome, that's
Yes.
badass. And not to mention, you house, band members at your place because you let us stay there last night.
I think we just had a band come through like last night, maybe. I'm not sure.
I know. Maybe we've
I'm
heard.
sorry I
of them.
missed you guys. I would have come out, but my battery was at 0, and I did nothing but sleep all day yesterday.
Ah,
I'm
dude,
so
that's
drunk.
fine, man.
No,
Fine.
but I wanted to fucking be there.
Dude, they weren't even letting more people in. They were fucking. They hit capacity, and with COVID capacity, they wouldn't
Well,
even
they
let
got there
us
early.
get on. Like they wouldn't let us get on stage till the other band was off stage.
Gotcha.
Man, fucking. But I was so grateful to be able to crash at your place. Oh, your cat just jumped up there behind you. That's awesome.
He almost fell.
I was hoping he'd make an appearance.
But yeah, like the office is the
Real
coolest place
mastermind here.
for people who.
Yeah, dude, we loved having you guys.
Well, dude, we love coming every time. Like it's the shit. Like it's mind-boggling just what you guys have going on. Like all that shit. It's such a big place, and you guys are pulling it off.
Yeah, and man, we're just trying to make it, keep it heads above water during this way, if you will.
Yeah. Well, fucking.
But just
the way
never
the
give
world
up.
is right now, unfortunately.
What is it?
But I guess so. I mean, COVID basically ruined all of the 2020 for sure.
For everybody.
Yeah, everybody. But I mean, out of all this madness, you guys got a new drummer. So tell us about Noah, man. How's the new, shit going on? How's the new stuff meshing together?
Well, I'm the champ. I'm the greatest champ the world's ever seen. I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
And he takes his prayers and he eats his vitamins
Every day.
Hell yeah, man. Well, dude.
But honestly, the cat saved Dirty Blu. You know, after Juice stepped away, and there's no ill will with Juice whatsoever. He's friend and family for life.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate the way he stepped away and everything that he did for us. And Noah just kind of came in and swooped in. He was like, "Yeah, I'll jam for a blues band," and wasn't expecting what we were gonna throw at him at all.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, you guys are a little above and beyond blues. A little heavier. But still bluesy
We try
enough.
something new.
Blue is in your name. Shit. It's
yeah.
I mean, the first time we saw you guys was we were fucking playing the festival. Yeah, Grassroots.
Yep.
You guys hosted it. Fucking Grassroots Festival. We'd played. We were hanging out by the tent, and fucking, we were really just like waiting for a band to catch our ears. And like, you guys were 30 seconds into your first song. We were like, everybody stopped. We're like, guys, we've got to fucking go down to the stage. And we went down and rocked
blush.
out, and just, it was great. It was phenomenal, man. Like, you guys at that moment in time were like gods among men on stage. It was phenomenal.
And to be honest, that particular show kind of felt it. That was a great. That was one of the funnest shows I think we played in a long. It was a very special. Always will be one of those very particular shows to where you're up there and it's just like
You're on a specific kind of line, and you're just not coming off of that line.
Yeah, just felt fucking so great. And that is a fuck. We are rock stars right now.
No.
Fuck it all. Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah.
It was
awesome.
That show was just a whole new thing in its own. Like, and especially for me personally, because it was like you said, like we were hosting that. Outsiders Entertainment was putting it on, and I just graduated college at the time, and it was just everything. That whole weekend for me was just so much was done, and I was just like but getting on stage and just having the audience and the crowd participation, but it makes it worth it. Like,
and then meeting you guys right after, and
Dude, yeah, we were blown away. We had to meet you guys. Like, there was no way we couldn't not meet you guys after that.
Dude, you guys give us way too much credit. Y'all are fantastic in your own right.
Well,
like,
thanks, man.
And like musician-wise, better than us. You guys are just.
That's debatable. That's debatable, dude.
Yeah,
you guys are fucking
debatable.
amazing.
I was definitely a viewer of the live stream of the Salesman.
That live stream was
a good one.
It was dope.
Thanks, man. Hosted at the office, you guys did. Hey, shout out to the office, and we actually got a lot of compliments on how good that sounded too. So yeah, I mean, shout out to you guys.
Mr. Jim Dick over there.
Getting it going.
working my sonic screwdriver.
Yeah, the audio for that came out really good. And dude, I just can't wait to hear more shit from Dirty Blu. Like, fucking need some more Dirty Blu in my life. I need some new Dirty Blu songs, new Dirty Blu shows in the future whenever COVID's not a thing. Or
see, the show thing is actually happening thanks to you, Mr. Nick. We have a show. We have a show October 31st on Halloween in Muskogee at the Rat Hole Lounge.
Dude, I totally forgot that I told you guys to hit them up.
Yeah. But the cool thing, this is what is so amazing about this whole thing is October is the month of the two moons. And they call it the two full moons, sorry. And they call it the blue moon. And so Dirty Blu will be rising under this blue moon again. And so it's just amazing. It's just having this again, just having this run and then having Dick and then having Noah save it. It's just words can't explain. You have no idea how excited I am.
Dude, that's amazing. I mean, that's a cool coincidence. Like the blue moon's happening and getting a show, like maybe it wasn't a coincidence. Maybe it was fucking alien intervention, dude.
It has to be. And the cool thing about it was we did our photo shoot on the 1st of October, and that's when the first moon happened. And then we have the show on the last of October, and that's when the second moon happens. So it has to be fate, man. I mean, you gave it to us, so it has to be fate.
Dude, yeah, I'm glad that you guys were able to fucking get the show and have come full circle on this whole, dual blue moon thing for this month. I mean, it's not going to happen again in a long time.
No, so it's blue moon.
Yeah, it happens once in a blue moon. These 2 full moons in 1 month. Yeah, we fucking just couldn't play it. I mean, we got Trevor's doing something for Halloween, and Turbo and I have an acoustic gig we're playing, and yeah, I didn't want to
film that. I'm so curious about that.
Dude, it's I mean, it's out there. I mean, we're not the best singers. We're just kind of doing our takes on stuff that we like and stuff that other people may like. Doing a couple of like Guns N' Roses songs in the acoustic, some that aren't supposed to be on the acoustic. Doing some grunge, because that's like, they fucking have so many acoustic albums, the MTV Unplugged, that's easy to take notes from. And, shit that we like from the grunge, acoustic albums, and doing some Tenacious D, of course, to please the crowd. And
got it.
Get some laughs, and doing some Steel Panther, and really just fucking, just playing songs people may like. Probably doing maybe 1 or 2 renditions of one of our own songs acoustically. But,
see, that's what I want to hear.
Yeah, we've, that's something that I've been working on, just an acoustic set for us. Because whenever we're on tour, a lot of times you get to a town and you like sit around until the show starts. Like, why not have an acoustic version of our set and go play it at like a coffee shop or something during the day? Yeah. We're waiting to play at night. And it's something I've definitely been working on for a while, just trying to dumb everything down to make it still really good acoustically, and just like kind of dumb it down to rhythmic things more or less than simplifying some of the riffs and fills, and not necessarily doing guitar solos and shit, because it's all in the acoustics, and feeling the jams.
Yeah, man, you guys jam. and it's Dude, like, and I don't want to call y'all a jam band at all, because I can see how technical you guys really are, but y'all jam.
Well, I mean, dude, this is what we grew up doing. Well, dude, you guys fucking jam too, though, man. I've seen you guys go off on shows, man. We're not good. We just have fun. Dude, that's same with us, man. We just have fun. Like, they play in a key, and I follow it with some guitar shit, and we get a jam.
Make some pleasant noise, make a joyful racket, and
yeah.
Sometimes you make that unjoyful, but like, you're just in the moment. You just got to feel it.
Yep.
You're going to hit the wrong notes in a jam. Not everyone's going to hit fucking perfect notes every time. I mean, some people are.
Power through it.
Most people aren't. You just got to power through it, feel it. Sometimes you hit that wrong note, and then you just take the jam in the whole different direction, because maybe that note feels right at the time.
Right.
Yeah, man. Fucking, you guys are really good at jamming. Have you guys been jamming with Noah any? Just like
here and there. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We jammed on a new little thing last practice that has actually been in my head ever since I've been trying to formulate into something that we might actually pull out.
Hell yeah.
And I'm excited.
Play a really mean Pink Floyd cover.
Yeah. What? Maybe.
Well, dude,
but I'm excited because it brings Dick's songs up a little bit more. Like, we have Flash Flood, which is one of his, but like, I love it when he brings something to the table, because he's very creative with his bass, and he pushes me in my box to where I have to take a step out.
Dude, yeah, I mean, Jim's bass playing is fucking, it's out of this world. It's very unique. I mean, you play bass in such a pattern that carries, like, it carries most of the weight of a lot of songs, man. You're like the
almost all
and potatoes sometimes, like, you fucking, and everything that like Joe accents on top of it, like, because you're very, like, your fucking leads are killer, and your fucking riffs are badass, and it's just the way you two guys riff off of each other. Like, Jim's like he's like leading the song with the bass, and you're like, following him on guitar, and it's just a bizarre blend, and you get some crazy tones out of it. I'm curious
Yeah,
especially
Dirty
again, like the
shreds.
new one that we came up with. Yeah, it's a really cool little weird noise piece. Especially he's bringing some fucking
It's
awesome,
chaotic
like, just
pong.
chaotic. Yeah, this chaotic guitar to it that's just fitting so well, and I'm
Yeah, dude, it's
yeah,
fucking.
so it's good to have new life in it, and it's just with all of this material that we've had for years. It's not that we don't want to play it anymore.
But just refreshing, getting feeling new material that's like okay, and you can kind of feel it whenever like jamming through it that okay, this one's probably going to be something. And
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because again, like we've jammed a lot, and a lot of it it is something that comes out of our ass during a practice just to fill a bit of time and get in the mood for playing something else, and then it gets lost to everything else.
And it's funny is like we need a studio or something to record these things when we do it, and I just don't know where to find one of those. It just gets difficult.
Could never find a studio.
Never find a studio.
Dude, do you know where to get one? On a low?
Dude,
I don't know where to get a studio. We go to the studio store.
Yeah. Apparently we don't know dick.
We don't know dick.
Don't know dick.
Gotta go to Walmart, hit up the studio section.
Dude, oh yeah. You guys been recording anybody in the studio lately?
Ourselves.
Oh yeah.
Actually, we have a secret EP. Not supposed to be talking about it, so shush. So everybody online, so be quiet.
Keep it on the DL, guys.
It's just a EP that we're gonna be. Yeah, right. It hopefully by the end of this year we'll have it all done. So by next year we'll have a release that can be worthy of something that we've been doing right now, because we have some stuff that's older, and it's not the musicians or anybody that we're with. It's just old recordings, old material. We weren't at the peak that we are now, and I want to record it. I want to show people what we're doing and what we're working on. And my favorite band of all times is like Chili Peppers and Mother's Milk. And why not just rub milk in the dirt? And now it's Mother's Dirt. So we're just going to release the Mother's Dirt EP, hopefully by the end of the year.
Hell yeah. Dude, I can't wait to hear it. Fucking Mother's Dirt, that's a nice twist on it. A little Dirty Blue twist to the Mother's Milk.
Right? But the funny is there is a song called Mother's Filthy Animals and Dirt on it, so it's also like a
Ooh,
nice
I like that. I like that combo. Hell yeah. Fucking end of the year, you guys fucking hopefully we'll be, I don't know, who knows what's going to be going on at the end of the year. I really just wish that someone would just some genie would snap their fingers and COVID's gone and everything's open and you can have full capacity shows.
I'm working on something to get rid of the COVID, man.
Thanks, man.
I've been talking to this guy, and Dirty Blu's gonna release it, man. It's gonna be Dirty Blue the Flamethrower. I'm burning COVID down.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be awesome, bro.
Just burn it all.
It's gonna be for sale at the
Merchandising.
Get it for the low price of $19.99.
$19.99.99. I'm about it.
It's gonna
Hell
be
yeah. Well,
Endorsed by the military.
Endorsed by the military. Dirty
Not
Blue.
really.
Put on the
No,
vaccine.
don't sue us.
Just know. I just want everybody out there to know. Whenever you get your COVID-19 vaccine, if it doesn't make you a robot and a government slave, it was made by Dirty Blue.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it doesn't do good, it wasn't us.
It wasn't them. No. It was
It wasn't us.
it was China.
Yeah. No. We've already destroyed our world in the wasteland. We'll come in for yours next.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, I'm pretty scared that we're gonna have to become symbiotic with AI with it, in our lifetimes. What if we get to a point where having a normal body's not the thing? It's a lower class thing. It's either you're with us or you're not us. Whenever it comes to AI, everyone who has AI is gonna be so far ahead that has the AI in their brains that you're gonna have to get them to catch up. So you're gonna have to get your own AI installed in your head.
You should find and read A Signal to Noise.
On some cyborg shit.
It feels like cyborgs.
I'm
Like,
about it.
Yeah, it
I
totally
think
is.
that we'll eventually get tired of, like, once we're symbiotic with AIs and we have like Neuralink in our brain and we're all have like a little AI in us. I have a feeling that we'll be like, oh, fuck the human body. We could just transfer the consciousness into this fucking android, and it'll never wear down. It'll never break. It'll never age, and your consciousness will be in there, and you'll be able to do all the things you've done,
Food,
but
please.
better. Like, that's
Any way you look
scary.
at it, I think it's going to be like a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be good, but there'll also be some bad. But it's just life at that point, because a whole new generation will be adapted to it and knowing that it's just the way life is.
Yeah.
And that's how change works.
And all the people that are like, all the people today that are like survivalists, like living out in the woods and stuff, the people of the future will be like, I'm just going to live in a human body. Like, they're the survivalists. People will be like, oh my God, you're going to take on a human body, dude.
I think survivalism is definitely something that we all need to dive into, but there's a line of realism that needs to be embedded into people who are survivalists. And, that line is kind of getting hazy, honestly. It's kind of, where is that line nowadays?
Yeah. Fucking, dude, I love watching Man vs. Wild as much as the next guy. But I'm not going to go try to do that shit.
Out in the mud or something.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Noah switching rooms on us.
We're in the same room.
Oh, you guys just across the desk. You guys are in the control room right now.
Opposite sides.
Hell yeah, just across sides.
I just
I'll tell you what,
Noah creep in there to make it look like he just appeared on that side.
Did a good job with the mic.
Army crawled through that shit.
He's the champ, man. He's good at what he does.
He's the champ.
He's the champ.
I know him better.
Boy.
I know him better than the champ. I dedicate to the joke every time.
Hell yeah, brother.
You can't pin the champ, though.
Only champions here.
You can't pin the champ.
Not even once, brother.
Hell yeah. Fucking. Is it tough being the champ? You get title challenges all the time, Noah?
All the time.
Oh god, all the time.
The time.
We have several of them on film.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was there for 2 of
He's
them.
a TLC champion.
There's speculation that there might be a Falls Count Anywhere match happening at the office in February. It's speculation. Not confirmed just yet.
You still owe me a trash can.
I'll have to get
He does actually still have a trash can.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You guys should host some wrestling at the office. Some good old fashioned wrestling.
We have our own promotion. It's not a real one, but it's like one that it's called MCW.
MCW.
So, if you ever see that floating around, Noah's the champion of MCW.
MCW champion. Noah.
2-time champion.
2 times.
2-time champion, actually.
Yeah.
You guys have hosted a lot of these events, I'm assuming. 2 of them at least for him to be champion twice.
Yes.
It's a lot of Dead Body Gang does a lot of the hosting and stuff on that.
Yeah, that's definitely my bread and butter and nonsense on that.
Bread and butter slipping some ass, WWE style. There's a friend I used to work with who wrestled in high school, and he would get really mad whenever I'd be like, "You used to wrestle like Hulk Hogan?" He would be like, "No." And I'd be like, "Come on, man, show him the suplex."
Bionic elbow!
Yeah, bionic elbow,
Give him the
yeah.
bionic
Give
elbow!
him the
Get him with
claw.
Yeah. Getting him like Stone
Oh,
Cold
God.
Steve Austin. He would get so mad. He'd be like, "No, dude, I wrestled." But
Man, like,
he was good. He was a good sport guy.
I respect wrestling as like the Olympic sport and everything, but you got to give it to those wrestlers out there. Those are athletes.
Dude,
and
yeah,
that's
they're
hard work.
athletic too,
Plus,
for sure.
unlike most athletes and stuff, they don't get that season off. They're just running. And
Yeah, they're going at it.
It's crazy.
Going on tours, and they're fucking slamming their bodies against the fucking mat in a ring every night, jumping off shit. They're breaking tables. They're hitting each other with chairs. They're talking shit on microphones.
All Randers.
They're just
Randers.
dude.
Randy.
Oh, Randy Boo Bandy.
It's kind of crazy, man. We may, in a sense, like this point in human civilization, we may have like some of the strongest and best athletes that the world's ever seen, because nobody has to worry about like hunting their own food and shit like that and surviving every day. So people can work out. Yeah, Ted Nugent can do that. But people just work out and they become like basically metahumans. Like people in WWE, they're fucking super jacked. I mean, they're probably on steroids, but like if you took them into like 500 years ago, they would be like a god. They'd be like, oh my god, that's fucking Hercules.
It's kind of like what I feel like
a god.
Sound effects by Dick.
Effects by Dick.
But yeah, I mean, like,
did that even work? Is it cool?
When I do this, is this a cool thing?
I think
or am I just making a fool out of myself right now?
50-50. It's definitely doing it.
It's 50-50. Yeah. I hear it. I don't know if he hears it.
For sure.
50-50. They said. Fucking
yeah.
Dude, yeah, like it's just the athletes we have today. Like I watch a lot of fucking football. I have like fantasy football leagues I'm in, and I like watching the Razorbacks play. And the pro football players are like basically modern day gladiators. They're just big fucking buff dudes. They run into each other and they fucking fight over a ball. And people pay them millions of dollars a year to ruin their bodies. And by the time they're out, they all have like brain damage and fucking like things
crisp and wad
fixed. But they're rich. They're rich as shit. Most of them are just filthy fucking rich. Like, whatever. I don't have to do anything now. I'll be in State Farm commercials.
Hey, you get paid fat for State Farm commercials.
Dude, I mean, like, it's kind of crazy how many athletes, there's like athletes and coaches that do commercials. And it's like, if you're famous in the, NFL or college football, like, you'll make so much money advertising. Coaches in college football. Players can't advertise in college football.
No.
But coaches,
and you can't really blame them. I mean, in this world, it's the point is to make money and try to do something that you love. And you can tell that those guys are going to destroy their bodies for not just the money, but for something they love.
Yeah.
So
and I would do it for rock and roll, dude. Like, I would destroy my body for rock and roll.
I would.
I'm kind of already doing it because I don't wear earplugs as much as I should. I didn't wear earplugs last night.
Thinking that too.
Yeah, but I've gotten better with wearing earplugs. But I don't do it as much as I should. I have tinnitus, and it's not fucking good.
What are earplugs?
What?
I'm like Beethoven. I just use like the vibrations to figure it out.
Yeah, everything is just.
You gotta slap Dick every once in a while, get him straightened out.
Fucking. Yeah, I mean,
was
my ears are so last night, man. I wore earplugs for the other bands, too. That's what's fucked up. I wore earplugs for everyone else. I was like, man, this is loud. And then when I got on stage, I was like, I fucking don't want to miss notes because of my earplugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just doesn't feel right either.
No, dude. And I practice
unless my ears hurt, it just isn't right.
I practice with them. I know what everything sounds good like in them, and it's not the same.
Yeah.
I need, like really the best way to wear earplugs is to get in-ear monitors, and then you can hear yourself and protect your hearing simultaneously. Doing just normal ass earplugs. Even I bought this brand called Heroes, and they're supposed to be like, oh, this, the style of Heroes I got is supposed to be for like rock and roll. So like the mids will cut through pretty good. And I'm a guitar player. That's what I need, the mids. And it's great, but I really can't hear the bass at all. And so like cues that Trevor does, I'm like having to pay attention like really hard on, when we have our earplugs in just to get my cues. And I don't do it live, and I probably should because I can do it in rehearsal. I just don't want to risk it live.
Right.
And I mean, that's kind of like my issue with like recording as well, because I'm so much a live musician, and a lot of my playing and like power and everything comes from the audience, and it comes from them. Like I'm nothing without like them. And coming in the studio and it's just me in the cell, and it's just like I'm trapped with myself, and I don't have that energy pushing me, and it's my biggest flaw. So yeah, I think just having that initial feeling is just what musicians need, I think, or Me at least.
Dude, it's a, the energy that's in the room. It's a huge thing for musicians. You gotta, like, you could feel it whenever just like one person's like kind of like out of it that day. It's not the same in rehearsal.
Yep.
But whenever you're all in, it's like a fucking source of power like you've tapped into that, like, it's just it's unlimited good feelings from whenever your band's clicking together. Every band has their on days and off days. And when those on days hit, it is fucking there, and it's worth everything. All the bullshit that everyone has to go through, it's worth that feeling you get when you're locked in with your brothers and you're fucking making in.
Like, and also locking in with your and being in that special locking in with the audience, especially.
Yeah.
It's even harder getting. I mean, you can totally little bit of a total, like, especially like, because still some of my favorites to my memory with Dirrty Blu are when you guys are there and being able, and because you guys feed us.
We play just for you guys every time.
Business, and it's just like
dude. Yeah. I mean, we feed off each other when we play. Like that one night that we played Heroes back-to-back sets a piece, like back and forth all night. Yeah. That was great. Like, I would want to do something like that again, or. One of us opens.
But always still, my favorites are always like the close one, like our Old Town shows where we don't have to stay. I love it whenever everyone's on the same level and there's not that stage separation. Everyone's just right in your face. The energy exchange is just so much better when those kind of. And
you can taste it. You can taste that energy in your mouth.
Yeah, you really can.
And granted, you don't always get that opportunity, and it's weird because I remember back in the day, whenever you kind of long for it's like, oh, when am I gonna play not on a floor? When do I get to play a stage? But
then you hit a couple stages.
Then you play stages, and especially the bigger the stage, the more awkward it friggin' feels. Getting up on a big ass.
That might be for him,
and that is for me. I guess it. Yeah, every time I play, I'm on a big stage and I'm further away from the audience. I feel awkward. I have a thing of I like to be in close proximity with who I'm playing for. It's just such a better energy exchange.
It really, I feel you on that. When you're like ground floor, that last show we played together was at Old Town, and it was packed. I mean, the fucking there's people. I mean, you couldn't probably squeeze any more people into that place, top floor and bottom floor.
Yep.
And
they were like singing along, and everybody was chanting and clapping. Yep. It was,
dude, yeah.
It was the most beautiful send off I think we ever could give to Juice. Like it was,
for real.
It's
a
amazing.
Beautiful night. It was a beautiful night. Like everything about it. Every band just slayed.
Yep.
And fucking, you guys sent Juice off the right way. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. I mean, we'll always miss him.
We called him for one other show, but
well, maybe he's a daddy of 3 now.
Yeah,
so he's a busy person.
You know, I get that. But
we'll never turn him down though. We'll jam with him again.
Yeah, Juice is the shit, and he's one of the fucking sweetest people I know. He's so kind-hearted.
Yeah,
and nice.
Never smiles though.
Never smiles. I've made him laugh a few times. I feel like.
No, hashtag Juice Don't Smile. It was a whole big thing because we took pictures and he was like, "Man, you can't do that when I'm smiling." So that was the album cover. It was like, no, that's it.
Smiling. It's like, well, you're always smiling, Juice. What the hell? We can't smile in photos. Fuck you. You're smiling in this photo.
Juice is a great guy, man.
Yeah.
We
even made a hashtag. We got on the radio about it. Like. Jessica made it. Actually, someone could have got tickets for Grassroots with if they hashtagged that. I remember that.
Yeah, that's right.
That was awesome.
Hell yeah. So 2021, you guys thinking about doing a Grassroots again?
We're hoping 2021. I got with Outsiders. It's not dead. They're focusing in a completely different direction. But Grassroots is always on the table. It's if Mother Nature wants to let us happen.
Yeah, true that. I would love to go to another Grassroots festival. That was great.
It was just awesome.
That was awesome. No, my only complaint was that EDM stage until 6 a.m.
Oh my god.
Dude,
my sister said something about that too.
Yeah, like nothing against EDM, but until 6 in the morning. Good God, dude.
Yeah.
It is a festival, I get it, but 4 maybe.
Yeah.
And then let us sleep so we can do it all over again.
Yeah, like 4 is definitely acceptable. Like I'll take 4. 4's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 a.m. You know, most partying people
That's
are
acceptable. That's an acceptable. Okay, I'm gonna crash hard now.
That is
And-
acceptable.
And I'm a
Valid.
little biased though, because like if it was a rock band playing until 6 a.m., I probably wouldn't be complaining. I'm not as big of like an EDM fan as rock. So like, I'm
Same.
sure the people who were enjoying it very much.
Well,
enjoy it.
it's never changing. It's that ultra repetitive because that's all you hear is the.
Yeah, just
That's all you hear from the back. You don't hear any of the color. All you hear is just that low and high. And you just start. You're trying to sleep.
yeah. But I mean, it was an
He's
gnarly
not
night.
wrong.
We really weren't sleeping until after it was over. We were
And you
partied all
twist
night.
and turn and throw your pillow over your head. And
No, I
then
think
you
we were
realize that
partying
you're
most
just
of
a
the night
fucking
too.
old man. And what are you doing at a fucking festival?
That's what I told my sister. That's what I told Brenna. Like, she was like, "You gotta tell them to turn it down after like 2 a.m." I
Oh
was
my
like,
god.
Festival.
Dude, yeah, I tried to make a new religion that night with my friend Lucas. He was like pretty sick. He's partied out, and he was over by the creek, on the other side of the campgrounds. You know, it's like just
Oh,
over.
yeah.
Yeah, and he was like splashing water in his face, and I went over to him. I grabbed him by the back of the head. It's like, in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Salesman, and I started dunking his head and baptized him and shit. And yeah, I
That
was
means you
trying
gotta
to
baptize all of us now too.
let's
I'll be
do it.
baptized by the
You
salesman.
know, I'm
I'm
just
down.
really trying to get that fucking that tax-free money. Like as long as Lucas thinks that
I have
he's
a
the
yo.
Messiah,
I have a religion
will
in my
fucking-
pocket that I've been wanting to expand upon and maybe try to
Let's do
legitimize for the exact same reason that
Eternal
yeah,
grain of
being
salt,
able to
dude.
buy guitar strings tax free, that'd be cool.
people could say all they want about L. Ron Hubbard, but at the end of the day, he probably died a rich man for making a fucking wacky ass religion. Like I
Yeah.
mean, if you follow Scientology,
Unless he's not dead.
sorry, it's fucking.
Mine
unless
would
he's
be
not
way
dead.
cooler and not culty.
Yeah, not.
And
not
you
as
leave the
cult.
kids alone.
Oh,
Leave the kids alone.
Actually, I just thought of that today. That one of the mandates of my religion is you have to be over 21 to be religious.
There you go.
You have to be able to form an opinion, dude. Like I,
Exactly. You have, yeah.
It's,
religion
kinda-
is not for children. No. It is.
and I get like the parents' concern to like push religion on your child because you're like, oh man, if they like truly believe in their religion, they're gonna be like, oh, don't want my kid to go to hell, so I need to teach my kid about my religion at an early age. But like a lot of people they get stuck in that loop, especially in Arkansas where we're at,
Yeah.
where you don't really
We're in the Bible
question.
Belt.
We're in the
Yeah.
Bible Belt, and I'm not saying that any one religion is right or wrong, but like you should question everything you know.
Everything.
Like you should question everything, including your religion. You should question what you learn in school. You should question what you fucking read on Facebook today. You should question your own religion, even though your religion may say that's against its religion. You need to be a free thinker.
But honestly, if you think of anything telling you not to question it, should immediately question it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's a
I
big red
subscribe to
flag.
more of an omnism sort of mindset where it's like and it requires research because it's the notion that all your religions should have a modicum of truth to them, but none of them have a stronghold on the truth.
Yeah, I mean, and the problem with a lot of religions is they were fucking, like word of mouth stories until they were able to get written down, and
Oh,
even
right.
then they're getting written down and translated and copied by hand for forever until they came up with the printing press.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah, and
Well, and it's also just a problem with the written word because it can be translated. Two different people can read the exact same sentence and derive two different completely opposite ideas from that same sentence. It is an imperfect means of communicating this sort of information.
mhm,
right.
absolutely. It's
It's all about interpretation.
yeah, in my opinion, the
that's
world's
why
ripe for a new one. They need a new religion.
Yeah, well, I don't think that like we should take away everybody's religion, make it one, but I think we should also come off of like what people think. And if you want to believe that this is your God, that's fine, as long as you're not hurting anybody or causing harm to yourself. Really, believe it. because that's your freedom. That's in all religion. I feel like that's where you find your freedom. It's in yourself.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And, I don't know.
Absolutely.
I've had. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with you, man. Like I think that everyone needs to be themselves, and if like being religious and any type of religion like makes them feel like they're themselves, go for it. Like you should follow whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of, and for a lot of people, I mean that's what religion feels, is that sense of self, but and then we bring it to a point that it's, and then you have your sense of community with it, and yeah, it's supposed to be like a personal thing, and then it gets, once it's structuralized, and then it becomes a thing that can be mandated. And I'm sorry, I'm very tired right now. I lost my train of thought.
You're good, man. You're good.
I had something to say, but not anymore.
Well, I liked where you were going.
I think with like maybe kind of where Dick was getting at here is like, if you start feeling like that religion is going to take things away from you, and you start going in a mindset of like, I have to give my entire life to this, so I need to do this and this and this, which takes away from my happiness. That is when it becomes more of a controlling factor and not for oneself.
I lost you for a second, Joe. Are you still there? Did you cut your microphone out?
No,
I can hear you. I can hear you again. I lost the last few like words you said of that last sentence.
Oh man, don't ask me to repeat it. I go on a roll and I can't go back.
Well, I mean, dude, religion is a complex subject because
it's all opinionated.
It's all opinionated, and nobody knows the truth, no matter what they're telling you. Like nobody knows the truth. Nobody knows if there's an afterlife. Nobody knows if there's if there's like, and I think one God or many gods or no God, like
exactly. And then if the fact that you can't not accept, I think that's a little too harsh or brash, but like come to terms with that religion is opinionated and that makes you angry, I think you should probably focus on maybe not religion, but maybe like your internal struggle of why you're so bitter.
Yeah.
And not try to focus that religion is the reason.
Yeah.
Or you're like to everything.
Yeah. Exactly. And, religion is all opinionated because they don't really have much factual evidence to back up every religion. Like you could prove that a lot of the stuff historically happened, but the magic and things, like, you can't prove the magic. You can't, no matter how hard you try. Like, David Blaine can't do it.
No. And it's like Dick was saying earlier, it's a story. Like, for example, when Jesus fed everybody with the bread and the fish, and he changed water into wine. Well, in my opinion, like if you've got a bunch of wine and you don't have any water, and someone's got a bunch of water, I feel like that water is going to be more important than that wine. So it's probably Jesus just switched out. He's like, hey, I got this wine, give me that water, or vice versa.
Yeah, maybe so.
And then everybody's like, oh, it's a miracle.
Well, it's also purported that all, if not the majority, of Jesus's miracles were common practice for Egyptian magicians of the day.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, then boom. It's just how you want to utilize it. What is the saying? The victors of the war write the stories. And so, boom.
Yeah, that's the truth. And, not saying that Jesus didn't do any of these things for those who believe it. No. Not saying it. We're just speculating. No. And I think that, anything goes. We weren't there. You weren't there. Nobody fucking knows. We're taking a book that's 2,000 years old to even verify it. And there's scientists that probably go back and, try to figure out this shit, but most likely they work for the Vatican. So can you trust what they say? Are you really a scientist if you work for the Vatican? Like, debatable, man. I'm sure that Vatican scientists do real science. I bet they do, like, real scientific stuff, but nothing that contradicts the book too hard.
That's like a Republican or a Democrat, like, fact-checking the other. I mean, like, of course it's going to be a biased statement, whichever one side looks at it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's same with the Vatican. Like, yeah, we want to try to prove that this is real. But so don't stop until you prove it real.
Yeah. Don't stop until they prove it. But, I mean, on Democrats and Republicans, man, we're at a scary point as a nation where we're
It's-
down to two main parties.
November's going to be an
Republicans.
interesting month. Next
Dude,
month's going to
sorry.
be an interesting month.
Oh,
It's gonna
fuck
be
the
interesting.
politics.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Noah.
The only politics I fuck with
Yo.
is
Y'all
fuck
so
politics.
cheap.
Like, fuck the left, fuck the right. There's no one true way. If you think that
No.
the leftist way is the right way, or the right, the right wing way is the right way, you're wrong. You can't just go extreme one way, extreme the other way, and expect it to be perfect. I mean, I was really
That's
hoping
what
that
they-
Star Wars was going to do that with the sequels. I thought they were going to be like, oh, fuck the Sith, fuck the Jedi, let's make a new thing. But no, they didn't. They made it really stupid. Fuck Disney. They ruined Star Wars. So,
See, what Disney did is they went over to WWE or WWF and they hired Vince Russo to start writing these Disney movies. And so, but they just couldn't put his name on anything. So Vince
Yeah.
Russo just started writing all the Marvel movies, all the Disney movies, all of the Star Wars movies, and that's why we got shit.
It's pretty. Now I'll argue
What's
with the Marvel movies. A lot of the Marvel movies are pretty good. Like I enjoy.
Okay, there were some good ones, but the way they ended it was just Game of Thronesy.
Man, I've not finished
Not
Game of
that
Thrones
good.
yet. So don't spoil anything. I'm fucking season 5, and I watched episode 1 of season 5, and I've got a few episodes to go. Obviously, like 3 seasons worth, 4 seasons worth. If you count the season I'm on, halfway through it, and I'm really digging what I've seen so far. And someone told
Man, it's
me
a good ride.
Of what?
It's just a punch in the face at the end.
Of what?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone told me today that it's all downhill after season 4, and I'm like, dude, I liked the first episode of season 5. so
No.
far.
It's pretty good all the way to the last season, and even part of the last season is pretty good.
Yeah,
It's just
I'll
right
take
there
it.
at the end. It's just a punch in the face.
Well, they went beyond George R.R. Martin's writing, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
And so
Yeah.
yeah, like it's kind of probably became, overtaken by producers and people wanting to change the story to what they think is going to get the best ratings.
Yeah, it felt like they wanted to wrap it up. It was just like, no, we need to wrap it up. But the last season just felt a little bit forced, quick. Like there were huge, like it seemed like there were huge chunks of
pooped
time
it out.
that you would, they kind of pooped it out. Like there were these like huge chunks of time that you felt like you should have been, seeing shit that was happening in between here and there, but you didn't get to see them happen. If it was like the earlier seasons, you would have been able to see this shit in these conversations that had to happen, but you didn't get to see happen because they're like, no, we need to get there now. We're going to go on a 6-month voyage right now to go do this thing. And in that 6 months, nothing interesting happened on the boat. No, we're there. And it's like, come on. There's more to it than that. But
They needed George.
but there was some. But at the same time, I mean, there was fucking. Whenever it hits, you're like, oh shit. And yeah.
Yeah.
So it's still good.
They need to release an extended cut of the ending.
Oh, right on.
I think they may do that because Tarantino's done it with a couple of his movies, and they're about to release the Snyder cut. So
Dude,
why
yeah.
wouldn't Game of Thrones
Snyder
hop on
Cut-
that train?
I've not seen Justice League because I heard it was garbage, but I may watch the.
Do
Snyder
not.
Cut.
The Snyder
I
cut's
think-
going to be amazing.
Yeah, I've not seen Shazam yet, but I really liked Wonder Woman. I really liked Aquaman. I thought
Shazam's
honestly
actually
thought
not
Man of
bad.
Steel was good. Man of Steel I thought
I
was
liked
pretty good. I didn't like Batman vs Superman.
I don't
But,
like Man of Steel.
I didn't like Man of Steel very much, but Batman vs Superman was good.
I
It
didn't
was
like how they
decent.
stopped fighting.
It wasn't.
No, I'm not talking.
It was alright.
I'm not-
Not great.
no. Batman vs
It had-
Superman
it had
was
some-
good.
it had some bad
Go read
points.
some Grant Morrison comic books.
I didn't like how they like Batman's gonna kill Superman. He's like, wait, your mom's is Martha too?
Yeah, that's the worst plot twist ever. That's the worst goddamn plot twist
I can't
Wait,
trust this
ever.
guy.
Wait.
My mom-
game? Ah!
Did any of y'all ever think about that though?
Huh?
Batman and Superman's both their moms are named Martha. Did you ever think about that?
So it still doesn't.
just mad 'cause you didn't think about it.
No, it just doesn't warrant. It would never fucking warrant that reaction, ever.
Yeah, because no one ever
Ever.
thought about it.
Ever.
Zack Snyder's a genius and thought about it. This is how most of our
The
practices
one
go.
thing I do like about Batman vs Superman is the backlash that Superman got after Man of Steel.
That's what I like. It had some good points to it. That's the part that I did like, and also I liked Affleck's Bruce Wayne, especially when he's running.
Affleck's Batman was good too.
I was like, okay, I felt like that was fucking Bruce Wayne when he's running into the fucking rubble I thought I liked Ben Affleck's Batman.
He was a really good Bruce Wayne.
He was a really good Bruce Wayne. He really was.
He was a good Batman.
He was a good Batman. I liked
Affleck.
Now Jared Leto though is a terrible Joker, baby. I'm sorry. I know you're gonna watch this later, and I know you like Jared Leto, but oh my god! Now if they would have turned it and made him Jason Todd,
That movie blew Derek.
hands down.
Literally licked
That was
balls.
just a bad movie,
dude. I mean,
It was just awful all from the get-go. Will Smith did good though.
Yeah.
Will Smith did do good. I mean, it was basically a Will Smith movie at the
Joke.
end of the day.
Some candy.
To be honest, it was a Will Smith
It's candy.
Bubblegum tap.
But yeah, fucking Joaquin Phoenix blew Joker out of the water. I mean, he
Jesus.
put up a next to Heath Ledger performance of the Joker, like
Yes.
very raw. I hope
yeah.
they do Joker too. I hope.
And that was a whole thing that just everyone involved in that movie kind of had just an awesome idea and fucking made it.
There was a dude that
happen.
did The Hangover though.
Exactly, yeah.
And it was just like I was not expecting it to be that good.
But no,
dude. Yeah, and I really hope that the new Robert Pattinson Batman universe takes place in like the same timeline that this Joker does. That would be cool to see the new Batman face off with that Joker, because this Joker's
That
kind of
would
a
be
more
cool.
later one. He's like someone that is clearly fucking needs help and just went over the edge, man. It's that like one bad day storyline, you know? Fucking
I think they took a lot from the Brian Azzarello, that Joker comic that I used to have, because it was just a side comic. It was a graphic novel, and it was just a story of this guy that followed the Joker around for a mission or a bit, and you got to see kind of that Joaquin Phoenix Joker. There's a scene where Joker and Harley Quinn are just in this room. It's like a hotel room, and there's just pills and drugs and liquor everywhere. Joker's on his knees, and he's holding Harley Quinn, and he's just got this tear in his face, and she's just standing there smoking a cigarette. Is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in a Joker comic.
wow.
And I think they took a lot of that broken Joker and put him into that Joaquin Phoenix.
dude, and
Jared Leto just pooped on it.
Jared Leto was horrible, man. He was like fucking that 6ix9ine rapper guy as a Joker, like fucking. He's got face tattoos.
That is forever what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I mean that's what I thought. He's just some kind of fucking poser trying to be an iconic character.
That's why if it was Jason Todd, it would have worked out 1,000%. Because he literally dons the red hood.
Yeah.
And that's what Joker wore the first time around.
Well, maybe.
And, like, if he would...
What? Uh-oh.
Maybe.
We're going down. Mayday.
Maybe Robert Pattinson's Batman universe is like early Affleck Batman, and maybe like Robert Pattinson is portraying an early version of the Affleck Batman. And
doing the Long Halloween, which is right after year one. It's like, I think it's The Man Who Laughs Too. It's like maybe a couple books after that, but it's his early days. It's like one of his first like big, like villainous type hits.
yeah, like this is supposed to be like year 2 type shit, isn't it? The new Robert Pattinson. Like he's Batman, he's established, but he's like still not as experienced.
It's right after that.
Yeah. He's not like the Batman that you see in the animated series or anything like that. Like he's the man, you know.
Dude, the animated Batman movies are just god tier right now.
Phenomenal, dude.
DC usually does really, really good on their animated movies, though.
I would rather watch an animated DC movie than a live action, to be honest.
All day,
All day.
anytime,
All day, any day. Yeah,
They're doing
and
this 16 movie long apocalypse saga,
Oh,
and they just wrapped it up. And it's Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, I think. And it just wraps everything up from Flashpoint and like
Oh man.
They just outdid themselves.
So was
They blew Marvel
Flashpoint like
apart.
the first one of it?
So good.
It's like the first reference point. There are movies that are before that, but
Yeah.
it's like the reference point to where the story starts.
Dude, Flashpoint is so good. One of my favorite all-time DC movies ever. Like that whole. I mean, I don't know if they based it off of a specific storyline. I'm assuming they did in the comics, but
Oh yeah,
just having Thomas Wayne as
called
Batman
Flashpoint.
is same thing, yeah. But
Yeah.
Thomas Wayne in that alternate universe is like a fucking violent ass Batman, like shooting motherfuckers. Superman getting locked up in a government facility. I mean, all that shit. It was super good.
Dude,
It was.
it was awesome. Like 125%. It was lit. I loved it.
See, this is what also I loved about Batman versus Superman is they got Jeffrey Dean Morgan to play Thomas Wayne, and they got the chick that played Maggie in Walking Dead to play Martha.
Oh, really?
And if they would have ever done a Flashpoint movie, Jeffrey Dean Morgan as a Thomas Wayne gun-toting Batman, boom, my head would explode.
I feel like
Yeah.
that one should totally just stay a cartoon, bro.
No, it could be so epic.
It could, but it could also be a major fucking turd. DC's
true, man.
really good.
Well, I
about-
know that's possible. I mean, just look at the Avatar movie and the Dragon Ball movie.
DC's really good about doing that
Dude,
with their
yeah.
action movies. I feel
Good
like.
God.
I don't think it would
Last
be that
Airbender
bad. Though.
movie is
I don't know.
horrible.
Yeah, no, it's garbage. Wait, so this is the joke that I love from the community is that it's not a movie; it's the actual Ember Island players making that the play.
Yeah, that would make it a lot better. That would make the lore a
Yeah.
little bit more rich. It's like
Yeah, I
this
mean
is
it's
modern
it's supposed to
tradition.
be bad.
Have you guys watched Legend of Korra?
Yes. Oh
Dude,
God.
I thought it was a really good continuation of Avatar. Like
And people
Oh.
crap on it all the time.
people say, yeah, and dude, I think lava bending and all that shit is
Uh-huh.
super cool.
Last
Like all the stuff
Oh
that
yeah.
they
As soon as
brought and
Katara,
stuff.
I haven't seen it either.
it was like blood bending,
Yeah,
and
That
it
sounds
just
cool,
opened
though.
up doors for everybody.
Yeah, blood bending sounds
Mhm.
cool.
yeah. When Katara, that was one of my big. I rewatched Avatar. I actually watched it for the first time all the way through when I was a kid. You know, it only aired whenever Nickelodeon played it. There wasn't streaming services, so I never watched all of Avatar. I missed like so much of it, and didn't even know how it ended. And when they put it
Really?
on Netflix, I watched the whole thing. Fucking, binged it with my girlfriend in a few weeks. And whenever we were thinking about bloodbending one night, I was like, Dad, why don't they just fucking bloodbend? Like, waterbenders would be the most lethal people. There's water in your blood. You're 70-something% water. They should be able to fucking
Yeah.
kill you from the inside. And then that episode where Katara does it to that guy who killed her mom, it was like, yes, fucking finally, you're gonna do something like that.
And I feel like they could have ended it a little bigger. Like
Yeah.
the movie, they could have given us an actual movie, and not just like the 3-part series ending.
Yeah, but at the same time,
It was
like
still
it
good,
was still good. Aang didn't kill Emperor what's his fuck,
Oh,
you know,
Was I?
Ozai. Maybe that was it. Yeah, Ozai. He didn't kill Ozai.
Was
He
it?
just takes away his bending powers, and yeah, just fucking does this cool fucking martial arts shit. And the martial arts.
Quick
the
little note though,
animation-
that's Mark Hamill.
really, is he the
Fire
bad
Lord
guy? He's
Ozai,
Ozai.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys know the guy who does Uncle Iroh is also Aku in Samurai Jack.
Yes.
And
Have
he,
you seen the
he
new
episode
Samurai
died.
Jack season that came out a couple years ago?
I did, and that ending was fucking. It was crazy. I think
It's
the
deep,
paradox should have. It was really sad, but it should have. Their like time travel paradox should have like happened as soon as they traveled back, in my opinion, instead of like
I agree.
progressively waiting. But it was
But
still pretty crazy.
His new show, Primal. Have you seen any of that?
I've not seen any of that, but it's supposed to be really badass from what I hear.
Oh man, it's very like not a lot of talking. It's heavy action, and it's from the guy who did Samurai Jack.
Yeah, the
And
art
it's
style looks very
bloody,
familiar.
it's brutal, it's good.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna have to check that out. I keep seeing ads for it all the time. I'm gonna have to fucking watch a couple episodes of that, see what I think.
It's really good.
Dude's fucking. I mean, I love writing music for albums and shit. But one of these days, I really want to fucking make a score for like a show or a movie. That would be cool, just to write a score for like one episode of a show or like a movie. Just to
Yeah, I think that would just be
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I can see that.
yeah. There's a lot of bands that do it. Like you guys remember Jonah Hex, the movie Jonah Hex with like Megan Fox in it, shit like that.
I had so much hope for that movie.
Yeah, Mastodon. It is not a very good movie from what I've heard, but Mastodon did a lot of the score, and fucking you couldn't even tell really. And they did some shit for Game of Thrones too. They did the White Walker. They have a song called White Walker, and it's like a really long song that's kind of like a droning song. That was probably when they announced some White Walker shit going on. But I'm not that far in the show. Don't spoil it. I just know this. I just know the song, and I know that they posed. The band Mastodon was in a couple of episodes of Game of Thrones. I think they were wildlings, and I think they die. I think they die like horrific deaths, but it's fucking badass. They would have it. Yeah, it would be cool just to like have the opportunity like they had to like write a score for a scene in a fucking movie or a show. Something cool, especially something that you'd be a fan of.
Yeah, like a horror movie is what I would want to do more than anything. Just creepy sounds and stuff in the background.
Creepy sounds. Have you seen like the weird wacky instruments that people use to make horror movie sound? Fucking so
like
cool.
water bottles and stuff for like cracking, and they'll make
Yeah, like they get really creative with just getting sounds in movies, and they were a lot better at it back before digital effects than they are now.
I agree. Same with special effects.
Dude, yeah.
I think Guillermo del Toro's like approach
practical effects are totally underrated anymore, and they need to use them more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's what they try to do with Dark Crystal.
Yeah,
is bring that back to light, but
it felt a little bit too school play.
I'm a sucker for practical effects. Like I love real explosions. I love whenever you have like an animatronic fucking alien thing.
Fucking Cronenberg.
Yeah, like it just ages better. And I wish that
it draws you in a little bit more.
Yeah,
it does. It makes it feel real. You know?
I mean, the same concept with like even like Team America. And one of the biggest things with like using the puppets, like, oh man, these action scenes are gonna be awesome because it's like even if it's a puppet, it's getting blown up. And that shit's getting blown up.
And they're just fighting each other like. The most amazing thing is how they did not get the fucking stuff tangled.
Durka!
Yeah. Durka.
You have balls. I love your balls.
I mean, Matt and Trey are the best at fucking.
They really are.
Have
the TV.
Have you seen the new South Park? The fucking pandemic special? Oh my god.
Oh man, how they had
awesome, dude.
How Randy had his involvement with the beginning of that is so great. Like,
I love how they just ended it too.
Yeah.
It's just like, they didn't make a point. Like they didn't have a stand on it whatsoever. They were just kind of like,
no, it's done.
No, Kyle didn't come to the.
We're gonna blow this thing up. Don't forget.
Kyle and Stan didn't give like the lesson they learned.
Yeah.
They just fucking ended it. But I mean, the way they've treated Randy as a character in like the early season, Randy is just like a side character. It's all about the kids, and then like they fucking just figured out how to make Randy, and they've made him my favorite character on the show, honestly.
Yeah, he's such a strong character now. Yeah,
such deep
drives so much of the storyline.
Yeah, like I mean, Integrity Farms.
Integrity.
Integrity Weed. But he always kind of has. I mean, he has for a while. I think ever since Integrity is when they've been more blatant about it. It's like, okay, Randy's kind of almost our main character right now, but he's been working his way up for a while now. Like the one that kind of like pushes the narrative even further because of his fucking dumb decisions to do weird shit.
Yeah, like dude.
And then
he was Lord,
Tally just is there to back him up. It's just I don't know. It's just silly.
I fucking love it. Like my favorite storyline with him is whenever he was Lord, and everybody
Lord,
like
Lord,
he was
Lord, Lord, Lord. He was Lord for a whole season, wasn't he?
A whole
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, a whole season.
Lord,
I think they mentioned
Lord.
And-
I'm not put a little bit of effects on it.
and they were like South Park was conquering some like really hard subjects. They were talking about transgender stuff
Yep.
and like being Lord, like being trans at his job, going to the bathroom, and girls are getting uncomfortable because he's in there pooping and making Lord songs. Like it's fucking great. And one of the big like standout episodes for Randy before he was like a clear standout was the Guitar Hero episode. Whenever he
Oh, I was just thinking of that.
like he was a big part of the Guitar Hero episode. Heroin Hero.
I
was
love
a
that.
great fucking
I was about to say, I love the heroin hero concept of like how deep they actually went with that episode.
Yeah. Because a lot of guitar players, not just guitar players, musicians, drummers, bass players, like everybody in certain scenes, they get really bad on heroin. Grunge was notorious for it.
Yeah.
And there's only one grunge singer alive from the original like big five of grunge. It's Eddie Vedder. You can't get any better than this, man.
That's funny.
But yeah, like fucking Lane Staley, OD. Fucking Scott Weiland, OD. Kurt Cobain, apparent suicide.
Suicide, yeah. Apparent.
Parent suicide.
And Chris Cornell, suicide. But the Chris
Parent
Cornell
suicide.
apparent
Speculation.
suicide. His wife says that
Speculation.
it was a medication that he was on. He was on a different kind of medication, and she blames
probably
that.
is also like, I don't know. I'm not gonna say a lot.
I don't know enough about it. I just know that I'll never forget the day I woke up and I checked my phone and Trevor texted me and said, Chris Cornell's dead. And I was like, no way. Fucking Googled
Yeah,
it.
it's awful.
Sure as shit. I was like, oh my God. Like it ruined it. Ruined my whole day. Ruined probably my whole week. Because his voice is just so powerful, man. It's like, it's once in a generation. Once in a lifetime.
Have you heard that conspiracy theory, I guess is what you could call it. I don't know how true it really is. But yes. Him, Anthony Bourdain, Chester Bennington, and some other guy were all working on a documentary. And they're saying that the reason that this documentary was being made was why all four of them were suicided.
Suicided. They were suicided by the Clintons. Right? Is that what people are saying? The Clintons suicided.
Not the Clintons, I don't think, but they were suicided. And I don't know. I mean, it's weird that all of them kind of died so close.
Very close. Very close together.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's a conspiracy theory, so I don't know how true it is.
What was the documentary about? Do you know?
Well, the Pizzagate stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Pizzagate shit. Man.
Yeah.
QAnon, I really hope that QAnon is like some 14-year-old kid in his mom's basement, like the best 4chan troll that ever lived.
Well, the
And he's
problem
just
is
trolling.
that that's not true because it's all over the fucking place. If only that were true.
I know, right? It's
Because it wouldn't
honestly-
matter if it wasn't 14 too many people listen to that goddamn shit.
Yeah, and Joe and I were talking about this last night. Like
Mhm.
from our we don't know shit about national security, but if we were guessing, it's probably a foreign entity creating QAnon, foreign entity that wants Donald Trump to remain in power because QAnon has made him like the savior.
It wouldn't be surprising. No, it wouldn't fucking be surprising. No, we got plenty of outside influences like through social media and everything, and
Yeah,
And a third-party
The
attack has
Russian-
always
Russian-
been used
we-
to take
I mean,
out
we
like
pretty much
a country
know
in
the
civil
Russians
war.
are fucking with us through social media, and who knows who else if them not doing other shit that way. Yeah, I would not be surprised if QAnon was an outside influence.
dude. Yeah, and think
But
about
that's not
like,
to say that we got plenty of dumb shit here in this country that could produce such fucking bullshit just as
Right.
easily.
Yeah.
So.
that's the truth.
But nobody knows.
I mean,
No
and
one
think
knows
about
nothing.
like other countries like doing cyber warfare shit on us. Like, what are we doing to them?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
they're-
Because that's the last thing we're going to know about is what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly. That is the very last thing. Like, what is the U.S. government doing right now at this moment to other countries? Are they, when they're like around, are we making, Facebook accounts and
Right.
Twitter
I wouldn't
accounts
be surprised.
on the side we want?
Now that the idea is there, especially.
It's really crazy. Like the internet has become a new
Battleground, yeah.
new battleground. Like there's the land and the sea.
They kind of expected that, though. I feel like
it's fucking nuts. You can't have anything nice without
Right.
some kind of war happening where the nice shit is.
Well, we're Homo sapiens. We really like to fuck shit up.
That's the truth, man. And I mean,
our mother's filthy animals.
Yeah.
that's a big part of our evolution, I guess, is fucking each other up. We evolved from
Sadly, I mean,
eating. Yeah, like
you'd like
that's
to work our way past it, but
no way, dude. Like all I want is like a Star Trek future, but we'll
right,
I-
yeah.
Right, yeah.
We're not
Live long
we're
and
not on
prosper,
the
but we're
fast
getting
track
Star
to
Wars
that
instead.
at all.
Yeah.
we're getting
Always
Star
down with
Wars,
Star Wars
instead.
We are not globalizing by any means.
And
There's
like,
only one return, all right? And it ain't of the king, bro. It's of the Jedi.
I tell you, we're America, and America's like the Empire in Star Wars, pretty much.
Yeah,
Quite
it's
a bit,
kind of funny.
yeah.
Is
But and actually, yeah, and kind of very much so right now. We got a rebellion going on, and we're kind of seeing that fucking lash in our history right now.
Yeah, and
it's weird. Like 10, 15 years, what we're gonna like think when we look back at this and be like, "Hey, I was in that."
it'll be historical. I think this is either going to be like a huge turning point for our country, or it'll be the end.
Kind of.
It's gonna break, or it's going to move on to something new. And we just need to get past we need to realize as an American people that it's not left versus right. It's literally like the working class against the monarch, upper
rich.
class,
Yeah.
the rich, like the oligarchy that we have going on. Not monarch, oligarchy. Like the rich literally run everything.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos has like $300 billion. And I don't know if he's doing anything bad in the world or not. I don't fucking keep up with that shit. But I know that Amazon didn't pay any money in taxes to the United States the past whoever knows how long years. Fucking,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up the statistic, but it's talked about all the time.
Neither has our current president.
Shit. Either has our
Whoa.
Apparent billion.
Well, how much was it? I think my drum set was a little bit more expensive than that.
he paid $150
I'll
in
be right
taxes. I mean, that's
Bare
nuts.
minimum. Bare minimum.
Yeah, who claims to be a multimillionaire or billionaire, whatever the fuck he claims to be. I paid more in taxes than him. Like shit,
Yep.
dude.
Yep.
And it's the whole, the rich just capitalizing on the current tax system, and the infrastructure's falling apart, and it's just shit's getting bad. The internet really shows all the bad interactions too. Like nothing that's good except for like puppies and cats. Really trends on the internet. It's all the bad shit that happens. It's people eating shit. It's cops shooting people. It's fucking none of the good stuff goes through. And so like everyone sees the world through this lens that everything is fucking shitty. And things are, kind of shitty in America right now, but it's really not that bad. You just like
We're going through a lot of growing pains.
Yeah.
And again, I guess that's the scary part is, are they growing pains, or are they a cramp that's not going to go away and lead to something worse?
It's only a cramp.
it's
Are they growing pains, or are they a symptom of worse to come? Yeah, are they growing pains, or are they a symptom? And if they're a symptom, then we're in for a lot of fucking shit.
Dude, yeah, because like I don't like Biden, but I know good people who like Trump and Biden. I know that if they would just like sit down and talk to each other, like man to man, or woman to woman, or woman to man, whatever the fuck, they would just talk to each other like that's not over a keyboard. They may be able to find common ground and realize, holy shit, the left and the right, maybe different ideology and certain things, but have a lot in common. They both like to control people.
Right.
I don't know.
And that's the tough thing. We're a very weird and peculiar species of being able to get along with each other.
Yeah.
And we're really good at compartmentalizing our values and making something more important than what you think it should be. And
in my opinion, none of us deserve free will. Humans don't deserve
this
free
is
will.
true. This
Well,
is
Rush
true.
gave us that.
I'm working on that. He does. Yes.
Rush gave us free
I
will.
believe this.
That's truth.
I do.
Spoken by Squintin' Quentin.
Yeah, he's in the chair too, so he knows.
Quentin,
That's
Quentin,
Quentin over there talking. He's the champ, bro.
Quentin.
Champ.
Quentin. Dude, honestly, no, you look like a guy I went to high school with, but I didn't go to high school with you. But like, you remind me, like the way you have your facial hair and your hair up right now, like you fucking look like somebody I went to high school with. I can't remember his name. I'll have to look through my yearbook. I'll fucking text you guys. Like, I'll take a picture of it. Like,
Word.
He reminds me of a James Hetfield cosplayer.
Shut up.
Dude, no, you need.
That's my padre.
Dude,
Not me.
Andre, I know your dad, dude. Your dad's a badass bass player, though.
Yeah, dude. Everyone knows James Hetfield.
Papa Head's your puppy.
Shit, dude. I remember when I opened up for Rustalica and the Rustalicas back in 2006. It was crazy.
Rust time. Dude,
40,000 people. Live from
that's
the
from New York.
fairgrounds.
The
Man,
first time
so-
we ever played at Heroes, your dad was running sound, and he fucking did like a Cliff Burton tribute afterwards. But he was nailing it, dude. He fucking knew his shit. He knew his fucking Cliff
He
Burton.
told me that story last night, and I laughed so hard.
I mean,
God, that's hilarious.
credit where it's due. He was nailing that shit. Cliff Burton's
That's
the man,
great.
and your dad was the man for nailing it.
But that kind of reminds me, speaking of him, we're actually working with Barbaric Sovereignty right now.
Yes.
They're back in action, hopefully for a good long run. And they're working on a music video right now. I can't say a whole lot about it, but it's going to knock some heads off, that's for sure. So you guys look out for that as well. We'll be producing it here at the office and making it, filming it, and all that. It'll be a blast.
Hell yeah. I love the
Champ,
dudes
brother.
at Barbaric Sovereignty, man. We've played so many shows with them. And
They're amazing, man. And their story and everything is just awesome. They went to war together. You know, they've been in the literal shit together, and you know they play music together now. And you know that's a connection that I could only like dream of. You know,
Yeah,
just,
I mean,
they literally know every step of each other.
they've been through it all. They've been through the shitter with each other, and they're
Yeah.
fucking they have a really tight brotherhood.
Yeah, and it shows in their music. they're just a drummer and a guitarist sometimes, and he sings and drums at the same time, and they're amazing dudes, good talented dudes.
Yeah, and they're not only they're amazing, but they're really nice, and they're
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
very
Big old
kind
dudes, but
people.
they're all teddy bear like. They won't hurt
Yeah.
you. See, make them.
No, they won't hurt you at all. Fucking big old teddy bears. Ooh yeah. Big point.
Social distancing, Dick.
Social distancing.
6 feet.
Dude, yeah,
I
fucking
just teleport.
in my hometown, Harrison, Arkansas, there's billboards that say "Keep it up, 6," and it doesn't say like 6 feet or anything. Just keep it up,
Are they trying to be
6.
all, like catchy and whatnot.
I guess so.
That's
Like
awesome.
I don't know, but they have
Wasn't that a
bunch of
Star Trek
signs in
character?
people's-
6.
6 and 9.
6 and 9.
69 was a Star Trek.
Or no, or was it 7 and 9?
Look, if 6 was 9,
6?
6 and 9 would have been
Ain't
hilarious.
that a wrestler?
6
No,
Yeah.
he was.
I don't know. Dude,
Sean
I
Wall-
remember this one wrestler that used to. It didn't scare me when I was a kid, but it was like a little unnerving for me. He wasn't in very many episodes. He may have been one of the guys that just tried out for it, but he was like the boogeyman, and he had a midget that hid under the stage and was like fucking wearing a spooky ass mask, and it was this guy with like dreadlocks that were like painted. He was the boogeyman, and he was like doing all this acrobatic shit, like flipping around people, and he'd kick people's asses, and then this midget would come out from under the stage and help him, but he'd always lose. But he was a spooky guy.
Do you know who he is?
He wasn't on very many episodes of Raw, but he was there. I
Sounds
remember.
cool though.
It
Sounds
does sound
like,
cool.
Predates the Fiend a little bit, kind of before the Fiend became a thing. Almost
Yeah,
like
he was-
I can't add much to wrestling.
Yeah, he gets mad because no one else sit here and like all practice.
My biggest recollection of wrestling is I remember the Ultimate Warrior, and I remember like the Hulk Hogan like Saturday morning cartoon. Where it was like, yeah, like Hulk Hogan and fucking Andre and Junkyard Dog against Roddy Rod Piper and the Sheik and a couple over on that side, and they had cartoon battle. I remember that shit, and I remember those first action figures, those big bulky ones that you could throw up against shit and knock someone out with. Not the articulated ones at all.
The ones that just do this.
They were in their pose. Like that. You just twist them, and you just. I remember those, and I remember the Ultimate Warrior because he was all neon, and it was the 80s into 90s, 89, 90, whenever he busted out, and I was like, oh, that guy, he's got neon. And he's on my friend's pillows and sheets.
See, Dick wasn't cool like the rest of us. I didn't watch.
No, I didn't get into wrestling hardcore at all.
Dude,
Watched a few.
Yeah, I made him watch the greatest match in the world.
Was neat. That was neat.
Hell, Undertaker versus Mankind.
People's getting hurt and shit.
Mick Foley
like actually, that was gnarly.
Man, I didn't really watch wrestling that much as an adult, but when I was a kid, I'd stay at my grandparents' house all the time. Me and my grandpa would watch wrestling every time I was there. Watch fucking, The Rock beat up on people, Stone Cold Steve Austin whoop some ass, and
Rock and Sock Connection.
Yeah, and fucking those back when like Triple H was a big thing, and Undertaker and Kane and all those spooky looking guys. They were all kicking ass. They were all bad guys. Seemed like, and it was a bunch of shit talking and a good time, and it was one of my fondest memories with my pa. It's just like fucking wrestling with him and trying, him letting me kick his ass, while we watched fucking WWE. Fucking, there's a couple of body slams into the fucking carpet that I remember getting my ass. But he was a good sport, letting me win. Pretty much the time I wrestled him.
I used to do with my cousins on the trampoline all the time. This was the belt actually that I had when I was a kid. And now we just like throw it around all the time and be like, we literally were shooting the Dirty Blu photo shoot in the room over there. And we're all sitting there in the chair, and like I was sitting in the chair and everybody's behind it. And then all of a sudden Noah just has this. Out of nowhere, it's just the champ just pulls it from the sky and just puts it right over his shoulder. And I don't see it until I see look at the picture. It's like, when did you get that? He's like, champ's always got the belt.
I mean, you gotta stay real with it. Like, I'm the champ. I can't say it that I don't have a title on me 24 hours.
No, wait, proclaim it proudly. Say, I'm the champ.
Say, I am the champ, buddy. Ooh, fresh.
That echo, man. That echo makes it all worthwhile.
That stadium, man. That stadium. That's what it's going to sound like in the future, man. When we get there.
The champ.
This is fun. Slapping it makes you feel like you're important, right? Just like, yeah, I'm a champ.
Yeah, dude.
Champ.
I am a golden god.
Everyone is just savages and idiots. Savages.
Dude, okay, this is kind of a random thought, but I don't, have you guys ever read fucking Lord of the Flies?
Part of it.
Why haven't they made a fucking movie to that yet? Have they made a movie?
There's a few.
There's like a couple.
Oh,
I watched one of them in school.
They're older. I mean, none of them are blockbusters by any means, but they've made at least, I'm pretty damn sure, at least two.
Dude.
If not more. I know there's the black and white one made probably in about the 50s, and then I feel like there's a 60s or 70s version.
I know there's like a one with color.
Yeah, there is one with color, but there is a black and white one as well.
Dude, I kind of want to watch
two.
the color one, at least. Maybe the black and white one.
Even the black and white one's good too. I mean, they're good.
Yeah. Like Lord of the Flies is a fucking crazy story, dude. And to think that it's like a kid's book, like that's something that you have to, like, I had to read it in school. Like it's a gnarly fucking story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what, about freshman year. That was like a 7th grade.
Yeah, about 7th grade or so. Fucking crazy story, and it's good shit. I didn't think that they made some adaptations. Surprised they haven't tried to make another one. That's how Hollywood is nowadays. There's like nothing.
Well, I saw this one thing that and I think it was just supposed like a little quip or whatever, but it's like someone was talking about remaking Lord of the Flies, but where it was all girls. But the problem is, if it was all girls, they would have done just fine, and it wouldn't have been interesting that they would have gotten their shit together and been just fine, and then gotten rescued. That they pulled their shit together. Whereas when it's a bunch of boys, everything goes to shit.
Yeah.
Fully 100%, because girls get catty too. Just like men get competitive, girls get catty, and it's just human nature, I feel. But I do feel like the testosterone, brutishness, and all of that may have been pushed to the wayside, and women may have been a little bit vindictive, but known in the long run that they were fucked, so they would have been able to work out a little bit better.
Oh, for
but
sure.
There would probably been one or two catty, just at natural selection of any species or race or anything. There's always one that wants to go against the grain. So,
Dude, yeah, for sure. Like it doesn't matter what species there is. There's going to be something that goes. One of them are going to go against the grain.
Right.
You know, one of anything in the species.
Nature.
Yep, that's how nature works, and it's magnificent. We think we know a lot, but we know nothing. We only know what's on Earth, and we don't even know everything that's on Earth.
Nope.
That's why I like that movie Meg, because like the whole concept of that like radioactive layer past what we know, and there's like it's like magnetic or radioactive or something, I don't remember, but like they went and broke it open, so like this big ass shark was just like, yo, I'm prehistoric as fuck, I'm gonna come up and see what's up. And that's what happened.
Dude,
I feel like that could actually happen.
I saw some meme that was like Jurassic Park wasn't science gone bad. It was science gone really good. It was just capitalism fucking bad. Like it was trying to capitalize on this badass fucking dinosaur experience. Like they're dinosaurs. You don't want to fuck with them.
No, they shouldn't have made it a park.
Yeah, and the fact that
they should have made it like that. They shouldn't have let Steven Spielberg behind it. Worst park here in the world.
And Jurassic World is like, you know, the same universe as Jurassic Park, and you think that they would be like, we'll never do that again. All these people died from the
See, that's what makes those two new movies bad. Is just the whole concept of them in general. It just, and then honestly, why would they do it in the third one and the second one? So it's just kind of like after the first one, it should have just been no, don't do it.
Yeah, don't make a park full of dinosaurs that you obviously can't fucking contain. Like,
I would have definitely tried it the second time.
That's why there's always the one that goes against the grain.
goes against the grain. It would be cool as shit though if they could like make a T-Rex. You know, a lot of scientists nowadays think that
Docile?
dinosaurs had feathers and shit, and that's none of the movies have dinosaurs with feathers. It'd be weird to think of like, you know, giant ass fucking dinosaurs with feathers covering their body.
I think that a lot of the dinosaurs did have feathers.
Yeah,
Didn't
it's
that
just
like a thing? Like,
yeah, it's just not
Like
been in our lifetimes. It's not been illustrated like that ever. Like our representation of dinosaurs has been lizards. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, it makes sense.
One of the closest living relatives to the T-Rex is a chicken.
yeah,
It's,
man, how fucking lame. do you
imagine
have
an
to be to be a
87-foot chicken.
With sharp teeth instead of a beak.
Yeah.
If a chicken, even with a beak, it would be intimidating. To fucking see
Chickens
a
in
chicken.
general are intimidating. I was talking with him with this earlier. Like they're mean and aggressive.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I still
you
want a
can
chicken for him.
male chicken, like a cock, a rooster.
Yeah.
Roosters are dicks, man.
Yeah. And those big fluffy ones, the really, really big ones, they're the white ones, they're mean, and they got that claw too. I think most roosters have that claw. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Chickens will fucking chase you, dude. Like they're.
I love those videos on Facebook where the kids are getting chased by chickens. It's probably the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, because they're like screaming for their lives.
And that chicken is just like after it.
Yeah, they feed off your fear, man. I mean, anything that's trying to scare you will feed off your fear. I try to tell my girlfriend that when it comes to like wasps, I'm like, don't fucking act scared. It's a wasp.
Yeah.
Like if it thinks you're scared, it's gonna come at you more. Like it's.
Because it sense that adrenaline.
Yeah, they just want
know
to.
what they're
They just
doing.
want to survive, just like me and you. Like I'll kill a wasp. Fuck wasp. I hate them, but I'm not gonna act scared around them. That's for damn sure. And it's just you can't let them win like that. And
No.
bees are really nice, man. Like I got stung by a bee. I was going to the lake earlier this summer, and I like was in the back seat of somebody's truck who was taking us to the lake. And I felt something like really fucking hurting on my elbow, and I looked back, and a fucking bee flies out, and I got a bee sting on my elbow. and I like apparently the bee was in the truck, and I crushed him whenever I was like leaning back, and he stung me. But I didn't fucking. I mean, he was a bee. Bees are like really helpful to nature and pollinating plants and shit. So I fucking didn't kill him. Rolled down the window and helped that guy get out. And
well, if he stung you, I think he dies afterwards.
Yeah, but he didn't leave his. He didn't.
Ah.
Yeah, the stinger did not stick, so he had a chance. He had a chance of making it, and Nick 5 years ago wouldn't have done that. I would have fucking just smashed that bee and be like, "Fuck you, dude."
Right.
But like as I grow older, I like understand the reason for shit like that. Like I was crushing him, he was poking me to let him know I was crushing him.
Right. He's like, "Back up, bro."
Yeah, man. And you can't, I did. If I was acting scared of that guy, I'm sure he would have tried to fucking stab me some more with his little ass stinger. Yeah. And no, you just got to be calm. If you can, just I wouldn't cup him, but like, fucking guided him. I guided him outside. Me and Turbo, we guided him both outside. He went out Turbo's window, but kind of pushed him out that way.
Man, when we first started cleaning up the office here in Noah's room. There was like, and I'm not exaggerating either, like there were mounds, like over like hundreds and hundreds of just dead bees laying everywhere.
I remember that. Dude.
It was rad.
It was unnerving. So I have a theory that there's like a demon in there because Noah's convinced that it's haunted upstairs.
It is.
And like this demon is just sitting in his office, absorbing all these bees, getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And now he's done with the bees, and he's bringing in snakes, and he's gonna try to like get all these snakes because Noah woke up to a snake in the living room not too long ago.
Wow. He's gonna work his way up from
fuck with
snakes,
dude.
He'll be like snakes to fucking like cats, and then dogs, and then fucking work his way up until he's like wanting a human.
Yeah. And then one of us is just gonna be different. So what happened at that one place that we went to.
At that one place.
Yeah, inside joke. But yeah, no, I really think that there's like he's in there and he's just slowly gonna get like stronger and stronger, and then boom, it's gonna be a demon around here. But as long as like we're cool with him, like I don't think he's gonna mess with us.
Hey, dude, that's how I feel.
Oh no,
like,
dude, he fucks with me all the time.
He was just seeing how far he could go. Just seeing what he could get away with.
Threw something off the dishwasher.
Supposedly.
Yeah, I used to think my old house.
Supposedly my ass.
I feel like if you play rock and roll, if you have like roots in blues or in heavy metal, and you are an active musician, you kind of have a pass with demons. They're like, you're cool. Like,
I feel like especially like since we're almost like a borderline blues band too, like they're just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
we know
like
blues. We get it.
Yeah, like we'll fuck with you, but we won't do anything to you, because you're cool. You play
snakes at you and stuff off the top of the dishwasher.
Dude, yeah. I read this short story a few years back. I got this book from the Bentonville Public Library that was like a bunch of short stories about Satan, and the short story that I read that was my favorite was this blues player who had he woke up on a fucking train going to hell. When it got to hell, he didn't want to get off, and he fucking was forced to get off. Whatever, gets off from hell, and like his family's there, and like everyone he knows is there, and he's a famous blues guitar player in this book. He's like a Robert Johnson basically, and like he has his guitar on him, like his guitar went to hell with him, and everybody he knows and loves is like, they're like working in the fields, they're like slaves. It's like fucking like all the demons and shit in hell are like white guys, and they're fucking he and Satan is just like trying to cut deals with them, like, hey man, like you're in hell and you're gonna be here for forever, but if you do this, it won't be as bad or whatever. And he's just like, fuck you, dude, and essentially like starts playing his blues all around hell, and like everybody that's enslaved to the Satan is like sing songs about him, and he's like a legend because he goes around hell singing the blues to people and like uplifting them while they're doing their daily torment and suffering and manual labor or whatever the fuck their hell is. It was a really good fucking short story.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, and I really explained it horribly. It's so much better than how I explained it.
No, but I connected. I got it. I love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fucking find the name of that short story and I'll text it to you guys so you can read it.
Yes, because I
wish
will.
I knew it right now. I wish I knew it right now. It was something really cool. but it was awesome. And yeah, I think that blues is related with that side of like that scary side of Christianity, like the devil's side, like
Right.
you know.
Well,
Because
what's funny
blues
is
a scary
like,
thing.
yeah, the bluesman, Sunhouse was a big one. He would play blues all throughout the week, but then on Sunday, to like cleanse himself of like what he called the dark side of the blues, he would play gospel music all day Sunday, and then like would just start over with the blues again. He's like, you can't tear away from the blues because the blues is that the dark side, but then Christianity is that light side, and yeah, that religious side to what they were doing with the blues is like what he did to cleanse himself of that dark side of everything.
Yeah.
And I think he definitely was onto something with that kind of concept,
Yeah.
not necessarily with that religion, but with the idea of like balance, having that sort of, you know, yin and yang part of it.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Like, it's weird to, I mean, most Western music comes from like the church, like old school Western music. The very first songs that we know that are fucking not recorded, but like written down songs were like religious songs. And I learned this in my fucking music appreciation class in college, in like the old monks and shit, and even like the Baroque period. A lot of the music was made for the church.
Yeah.
And music just like went from like this thing that was only for the church to something, you know, fucking secular that's like its own thing. Like, you don't need to be religious to appreciate music. Like, but it all originated really from like worshiping, trying to
Memorization.
worship.
A lot of it actually, a
least
lot
Western.
of philosophers and stuff like that will have like a minstrel or something playing in the background back in, I'm not gonna throw out dates because I'm awful at that, but like way back in like Socrates and Plato and all them, they would have
Yeah.
minstrels that played in the background to help them retain and recite their philosophies. And I think the Christian world, like the Vatican and everything, kind of maybe have taken that, maybe not just Christian, but religions in general have taken that concept of like retaining and used it more of this is how the word is spread. And
Yeah.
I think
It's a lot easier to get a catchy song around the country than a book.
yeah, and there's a lot of truth to that. Like, and I remember things better with music. You know, I can't remember like what I had for lunch sometimes, but then I can remember lyrics from the DMX song that I used to listen to when I was 14. You know, and it's just like,
Yeah.
okay. So it's just,
Fucking-
you know,
it's crazy. Like, music and religion have a lot in common, honestly. Like,
it really does.
it's arguable that the best way to worship any religion and worship any god is with music, because music is awesome. I mean, when you go back to Christianity, I think I had no expert, but I'm pretty sure Lucifer was like the angel of music. Somebody told me that my
I knew Michael.
Oh
my
no.
high school's drummer's dad. I remember one time in high school, the drummer we had in high school, practicing at his house, and his dad pulled us aside and warned us because we live in Arkansas, the Bible Belt, and he was like, "Be careful, because Lucifer is the angel of music, and
I think
playing
I
heavy."
think that
music."
might. I don't know how I don't. That's not something that's registered in my brain. But also, I'm not super knowledgeable on all that, so I don't know. I do know that he was like supposed to be like super like gorgeous and like handsome and like was super vain and all that stuff, and he questioned God, and then God said no. So he might have been like a minstrel of sorts. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Not us. We don't fucking know. I mean,
Nope. Hashtag we don't know.
hashtag we don't know. We don't know. We don't know shit. We're just existing, living day to day, just trying to fucking make ends meet and play rock and roll.
Wander through the wasteland.
Yeah. Still wandering through and trying our damnedest to find some fucking, you know, like meaning to this crazy thing called life. And the best meaning I've found is creating art and sharing it with everyone I know. Like, and I'm sure same for you guys. You guys create this fucking phenomenal art. Like Dirty Blu sound, you guys do. It's fucking crazy.
We just feel it, you know. We just do what's fun. We just whenever, you know, if we don't feel it in our heart, we don't do it. You know, we have like 40 billion songs, but we only do a few of them because those are the ones that feel good.
Hey, yeah, dude, you gotta do that. You gotta, you know, weed out the ones that you think that maybe a better representation of like what you want to show a crowd,
or the ones that you just feel. I mean, like,
Yeah.
not necessarily what you want to show off. It's like I don't want to play a song that I can't like feel it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
And-
the truth.
We've transitioned so many times over the years. It's those songs don't hit the way they used to, or we haven't really set enough time with them and like figured out why it's not hitting, and just given the proper assessment that we needed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all of your songs have hit me every time I've seen like everything you guys have played for me live and everything I've heard recorded, fucking hit me there, and I can feel the energy, the Dirty Blue, and just seeing you guys live is out of this world. Like it's the stage presence that both you, Joe, and Jim have. It's fucking crazy. I'm not seeing you guys with Noah yet, but I'm expecting Noah to fucking live up to the hype and fill in the shoes that Juice, fill in the role that Juice left. Just, fucking.
He's the champ.
I'm champ.
He's the champ. Noah's the champ.
Brother.
He's the motherfucking champ. Well, dudes, it's been about an hour 40 some odd minutes.
Hell yeah.
Fucking, it's getting close to 9 o'clock. I'm probably gonna get off here and let my girlfriend have her room back.
Sounds great.
Word
I
up,
think,
bro.
It's been great catching up with you guys.
It's
Fucking
been great catching up, man. Good
You
seeing
know,
you.
Awesome.
Joe and
Yeah,
Jim
man.
Dick and fucking Noah, Dirty Blue. You guys are phenomenal. Check them out on Facebook. Follow them. Follow The Office. The Office is a fucking badass venue and studio and rehearsal space. If you live in Fort Smith or Alma, Arkansas, fucking hit them up if you need a place to practice or a place to record. They're great guys. You guys are my brothers. Like, we need to get a Salesman Dirty Blue show together soon.
We do, and it's there. It's in the back of my head, and if we can't have it at the office, I'm gonna be mad because this is home, and we want you guys to come home and play with us.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I would fucking love to. I'm down to anytime.
Hell yeah, brother. Well, you have a good night. Be safe
Dude, you
out there
too.
in the world.
Absolutely. You guys take it easy.
Keep it real, homie.
Awesome,
Yeah.
man. Well, we'll talk to you guys soon. And next time we do a podcast, it'll be in person.
Let's do it, brother.
Bet.
Oh, yeah, man. Fucking
Okay.
take it easy, guys. Peace out.
Later.